Thank you. Mr. Speaker, I rise in support of H.R. 6089, the Stop Iranian Drones Act, and to speak favorably about all of the important legislation the House is moving today to address Russia's illegal invasion of Ukraine. The Stop Iranian Drones Act codifies crucial language that ensures we can impose sanctions on Iranian drones under current laws. Sanctions are a very powerful tool, as we've seen in the last 2 months, as we have imposed powerful sanctions on Russia since its invasion. But I think we need to go further. And my bill, H.R. 6930, the Asset Seizure for Ukrainian Reconstruction Act, gives us the tools to do just that. Let me say a few words about it. In the last few weeks, we have seen across the United States and Europe and the world the seizure of yachts and villas, bank accounts belonging to Russian oligarchs that have supported the cruel regime of Vladimir Putin. Recently, with the help of the FBI, a $90 million yacht was seized in Europe. $90 million is actually pretty cheap for a Russian oligarch's yacht. Some of these boats run up to $600 million. Up to $300 billion of Russian central bank assets have been seized or frozen by the United States and our allies. And all these actions raise a very important question. Think about the destruction in Ukraine, the thousands of people who have been killed, the atrocities, the bodies of men and women left in the streets as Russian soldiers and occupiers are expelled by the brave Ukrainian defenders. Can we imagine if there is, for example, a ceasefire that puts the immediate violence to rest? We hope that happens. But can we imagine at that moment giving all of this wealth, all of Russia's wealth, the yachts, the bank accounts, the villas, the planes, back to Putin and his cronies as Ukraine lies in ruin, as the Ukrainians bury their dead? I think the answer is no. We cannot imagine doing that. We will not do that. I don't believe that the Biden administration intends to do that. But the law here is very complicated. These assets are not actually seized. They are merely frozen and blocked. And so this legislation, which I urge all of my colleagues to support today, bipartisan bill, asks the administration to come up with a mechanism that would enable us to take this wealth and to sell it, to dispose of it, and to use the proceeds to help the people and government of Ukraine rebuild their country. Yes, it is complicated. If we apply our American legal constructs to these men and women who have served Putin loyally all these years, it looks like they are the owners of these assets. One of them owns the Chelsea football team in Great Britain. Some own property in the United States. But in fact, if you understand how Russia works, you understand that the true owner of all of these assets is one man. It is Putin. These are pooled assets. He can use them whenever he wants. So I believe it is fitting that we should pass legislation encouraging the administration to use the wealth that has supported this cruel regime to help to rebuild the country that the Putin regime is destroying. It is the right thing to do. It is the practical thing to do, because this reconstruction effort will, in fact, cost up to hundreds of billions of dollars, and we should not be saddled with the full cost of that. Let's use Russia's money to rebuild Ukraine. Thank you, and I yield back.